it's Helen at Viva in Essex. How are we this evening? Still haven't managed to get the blind up, so it's still quite bright in this room, but I've tried to kind of come away from the glare so that you can actually see me. So what are you up to this evening? I've just taken a HIIT class over at Impulse Carnham, which has been fab. Lots of men and women getting fitter and enjoying the excitement of high intensity interval training. So we had a bit of fun tonight. We had a bit of an EMOM, every minute on the minute, for 4 minutes. So that was a nice experience for them. Really enjoyed teaching those sort of classes, full of energy, full of everyone trying to get fit. So what have you been up to today? Have you managed to do any exercise? Are you staying active? Because it's not all about actually going to the gym, it's staying active the whole time. So today, this morning, I was talking about body confidence, and I've kept that as the theme for this evening. You might have seen that Loose Women have been talking about it and trying to encourage more women to be really comfortable in their own skin, comfortable in their bodies, and start to appreciate what you've got. So I was going through various things to try and encourage you to enjoy your body, to be happy with the way you are. And one of the things I was talking about this morning was that we're very poor. We tend to compare a lot, don't we? How many times do you sit with your girlfriends and somewhere in that conversation you'll say, oh, I didn't like what so-and-so was wearing, or what did she look like, or why she got that on, oh, I don't think, she looks a bit out of shape now. How many times do we have those sort of conversations where we're kind of putting people down, aren't we? I think we need to try and come away from those kind of conversations and, kind of ditch it. Stop comparing, stop looking at other people and criticizing them. It's just not necessary. We don't need to do it. And who are we to start judging what other people look like? Just focus on yourself and be, preoccupied with you feeling good about you, and forget what everyone else is doing or even thinking, to be honest. And so it's creating this positive dialogue. And as I said, if you're out chatting with your girlfriends, try and come away from the sort of bitchiness that tends to come out. And we don't mean it harmfully, but we do tend to talk in that negative way about our other people's bodies. So we need to come away from that. I was saying this morning about forget about the sizes in the shops. It's a little bit like the weight on the scales. We start thinking about numbers rather than actually how we look and looking good in the clothes that we've got. And you want to wear clothes that, fit well. So, don't try and squeeze into something because it is a 10 and you're desperate to get into a 10. Just go and find the clothing that makes you look really good, that it isn't all about the size of the clothing. Like, oh, I've fitted into a 10, yay! Your life is so going to change. Well, it isn't. It's just a piece of clothing. You want to look good in everything that you're wearing. And if you are someone who likes exercise, with that as well, I think you want to feel good every time you go out the door. Don't sort of get stuck into a sort of baggy tracksuit, the look where you're not really looking after yourself as much. Try and make yourself feel good every time you step out of the door, even if you are just going to the newsagents. But if you're doing your keep fit and your exercise, wear good sort of fitness gear that fits you well. If you're a high-waisted person, go for leggings like that. If you're better with it low-waisted, look for that. Maybe capris where they cut at the calf. Try and sort of determine what the clothing will look, how good it is for you, and ask for assistance. Ask your mates or ask the shop person about how that looks. They'll say what they think. They'll say it honestly, and don't be put off because, oh, well, that doesn't suit you. Just look for a different style. I think it's very important to do your fitness in gear that makes you feel good, and not leggings that are falling down, or you've got to keep pulling them up, or tops that are flapping around. Wear stuff that stays still so you can concentrate on your workout and not on what's going on with your gear. Something else that kind of we don't think about as much it's your hands. We do a lot of gesturing, don't we? It's all part of communicating. And I think, it's the whole TLC of our body. Don't forget about your hands and the whole moisturising of the body, which might seem a bit strange. But, look after your skin, look after your body. It is ageing. It does need a little bit more TLC. So get some of those nice smelling body moisturisers and those hand creams, because we use our hands so much. You want them to look nice, you want them to feel nice. You don't want to be crinkly and wrinkly too early, do you? And as I said with the clothing, sort out your wardrobe at home. Don't keep stuff in your wardrobe that maybe you're going to fit into it, or I will one day, oh, I'm bound to get into that sometime. You're holding on to maybe a pair of jeans, or you're holding on to a top. Clothing that you haven't actually worn in maybe 2 to 3 years. And to be honest, it might be out of fashion now. Ditch it, get rid of it, clear out your wardrobe. Have the stuff that you are wearing and using. And then there's space, isn't there? You can buy some more stuff, but again, look for stuff that fits you well. So we've talked about clothing, we've talked about trying to get away from the size and the numbers. Weight on the scales again. You know, how does a number reflect how healthy you are? You need to feel good. You need to look after your health and well-being. Don't get caught up in, oh, I must lose 2 stone. Because how can you know that's good for you? You don't. Just make sure you're eating well. You're eating the right kind of food to give you energy, to look after your skin, to look after your immune system, to help your hormones work efficiently. Get the right kind of stuff going in, and you will feel really good. Because it isn't all down to the exercise and the activity. It's a lot about what you put into your body, and like I say, also what you put on your skin too. So I think that's kind of covered quite a lot of the tips I wanted to say about body confidence. You know, but the other thing is, just don't love your body, love everything about it, because it's a fantastic piece of equipment, and it is a piece of equipment that we use day in, day out. It has such a lot of wear and tear, and I just don't think we give it enough appreciation. And I was saying, like a car needs an MOT. Give your body an MOT. Give it a service so that you are looking after yourself. You're giving it some recovery. If you're doing a lot of exercise, don't just make it all high intensity. You need to recover. The recovery period is when you get your gains. So, you know, give yourself you know, a good time out, and sometimes change what you're doing, change it up so you're not always doing the same repetitive thing, because body like change. It doesn't want to be stuck doing the same thing all the time, because that does create more wear and tear. So I'm hoping that you found some of those tips useful. You know, stand in front of the mirror, bear it all. Don't worry about what you look like. Appreciate yourself, appreciate every part of your body, grow to love it more each day, grow to like it, you know, notice it and just be appreciative. You know, maybe the chest hasn't dropped down to the floor yet, be thankful if you're in your 40s, all that kind of stuff. Just have a positive mantra, something that you can always find about yourself that you like every day, because it will lift your spirits, and then you'll stop that negative inner critic taking over. So have a fab evening. Please like and send me some hearts, and share to anyone else who might benefit, and get involved with the chat. You know, it would be nice to hear what your kind of body confidences are, what makes you feel really strong and sort of empowered. So have a lovely evening. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be back on. It's Wednesday workout. See you later.